I am the Maxarelli. What's up, kids? This is Poppa E. We are at the.
Oh, you're gonna say it?
No,
you
I
can't
can't
say
get
it.
it right. I can't
You
get it
can't.
right.
You can't get it right. We're at the Ristorante de Frio de Casa.
Yeah, buddy.
And no, you will not see any Lucha Libres going at it today.
Not yet, at least. We're
No,
working
it's-
on that.
No, it's Wednesday.
Right.
It's Wednesday.
What day does AAA go?
I think it's mostly Mexico.
What day of the week, brother?
Oh, I thought you said where do they go?
No, of course they.
Uh,
Yeah, that's Mexico only. Yes.
I don't know.
By the way, did you know Tessa Blanchard is
Tully Blanchard.
yes.
Yeah, I knew that.
She's no longer in TNA. She's
No.
with the other Mexican wrestling one.
CGWLLL.
Yes.
Yeah, they basically made her choose, and
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what I was gonna talk about real quick. Is
she said,
is
"Hey,
TNA tried to bring her back, and she was like, "No, I freaking love it down here. They love me. I love it down here. Why would I leave?"
You know why they were doing that?
Why is that?
TNA and TKO WWE
Right.
have a working partnership,
Yes, they have. Yes,
and WWE doesn't want their superstars doing something
with
that
IW's
and it was
GC or whatever.
it was
Right.
AAA's main,
Their main competition down there.
yeah, it was her.
You know, I've never
And she's
seen.
been doing that for years.
I've never seen her wrestle. I heard she's kind of a tool though, outside of the ring.
Oh, I heard she was kind of a bitch.
That's yeah. I was trying to be nice.
Well, Tool is just yeah, I don't know.
Well, I heard Tully wasn't very
pleasant.
pleasant to deal with back in the day either. I heard he was a cocky prick. Actually, is what I had heard about Tully, and liked his powder and his trees, from what I understand as well.
I'm sure he did.
Oh, actually, so real quick then. So I heard a story about the first time that he had failed the drug test. He said that the girls he was hanging out wanted to do some blow. He didn't want to do any.
No, of course not. I'm sure he wanted to do something.
Well, yeah,
That's
but he
why had the
didn't.
girls.
But he didn't want to look like an idiot, so he licked the bag when he was done because he didn't want to, do anything bad. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's some stupid story like that. Okay, let me rephrase that. A totally unbelievable story about like not doing blow is how he supposedly did blow. Yeah.
Kind of like Jimmy Snuka not killing someone but killed someone.
Oh, that's another one.
Yeah, that's a.
He's kind of he's
Well,
not a good guy, man.
Well, he's dead, right? So,
Yes. Yeah, so we shouldn't talk that bad about it. But
I mean, what he did was bad. He finally got caught.
yeah, but didn't he try to like play that off like it
Yep.
was CTE or something like that, even before CTE even came out?
They really weren't even really looking at him. It was some kind
Right.
of accident. They didn't look into it much till later, like way
Later, right? It was like the statute of limitations was almost up, and by the time they pulled him into court, then he started playing that. Oh, I got dementia. I don't remember anything.
Yeah, he was found.
Brother.
He was found mentally.
Yeah, unable to stand trial or whatever the hell you want to call it.
I would call it mentally incompetent. But
Yeah.
I don't know what they legally call it.
Right. But Snuka wasn't that bad. I don't know.
No, his deal from the ropes. Come on. So
Hey,
week,
is
week
that,
3
by the
or
way,
week 4 in a row here.
By the way, is that a new hat?
It is. It's the Cubs Friday hat. See,
It is kind of dope. I do kind of dig that.
I'm gonna have to turn it around here shortly
Why is that?
because I usually wear it backwards. I prefer
Me
the hat
too. But
backwards.
see, like I said, I'm going for a different look this week.
Oh, okay. So week 3 or week 4, we're starting with this dipshit.
I think it's week 4. I want to say. So yeah.
So we're not gonna go all the way back into everything.
No. We'll just continue on. I mean, the ones in the nuns, they've already been watching. They know what's going on with this tool. But the NFL. Again, so for those of you who don't know who we're talking about Brendan SORSBY again, the guy that bet $90,000 on 900 or so bets.
9,000 bets.
Yeah. I did
Admitted bets. Admitted.
right. Well, and I listened to his lawyer was on Mike Florio's podcast.
Oh, I'm sure his lawyer is.
Well, it was just him and his buddies would, when they would watch a game, they would just bet $3 to $5 on a game just to make it more exciting. And when he got caught at Cincinnati, it wasn't even on a football game. It was on. They were going to bet on.
Caught in Cincinnati.
Oh, you didn't hear that part of it? Okay, yeah. So there was one time
because the NCAA got wind of it like in March.
So when he was at Cincinnati, him and his buddies were going to bet on a UFC fight, and he had the blocker on his phone already, because I think all NCAA athletes have to have the blocker on their phone to where you can't sign into the web, you know what I'm saying, to any betting websites.
Right.
And he got it pinged, the app did its job, and compliance got with him about it, and he basically just got a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, I didn't know about this first part.
Yeah, see?
So was that 2025?
I don't remember what year. Again, it was while he was in Cincinnati, and again, what pinged the app or whatever, supposedly it was for a UFC bet, which technically I think is okay for him to bet on. But again, that just all goes back to these betting apps are not for athletes. This is for people that watch the game.
They're for the fans.
That's what I'm saying.
The fans, people like us.
Right, not athletes. Now, again, there's rules that I guess you can bet on some things. You can bet on other things.
If you're a retired athlete, you could do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, McAfee does. Yeah.
Yeah.
But McAfee also now on his show literally says you have to be 20. Every time they even bring up anything about betting, he always puts the disclaimer in, you have to be 21 years or older, and don't be an asshole. You're not going to get rich at doing this. Just do it to just enhance your watching pleasure.
Your viewing pleasure?
Yes. Don't think you're going to get rich, because you're not going to get rich. You're not. Like I mentioned on 3 podcasts ago, there's been 4 people that have ever made big money off of gambling or sports betting, and they all ended up in jail.
So we saw the commercial for DraftKings.
Yes.
It's now every state, because you were telling me they opened it up to everything.
Right. Well, because they call it predictive markets now. Is what it's called. Predictive market betting.
So let me ask you this.
Yes.
So you could go into DraftKings, and could you bet on porn over under finish time?
You would assume. I mean, if
you're trying to enhance your viewing pleasure, I mean, during porn, over under on finish time.
No, I don't think you can do that, because that's not a live event. That's a pre-taped event. So we need to. You got to do it on a live event. It has to be a live event, from what I understand.
Can you go back like 5 years and say, hey, I want to bet on 5 years ago Super Bowl and put money on the team that won?
No, that's Biff Tannen. Only Biff Tannen can do that.
Oh, okay.
Because he has a time machine.
All right, so back to
yes,
supplemental SORSBY here.
So
wait, he can't be called that now. Why can't he?
Because the NFL has decided to cancel these supplemental. Well, not cancel. They're just not going to have one.
Yeah, well,
because they don't have a supplemental draft every year.
Correct.
Actually, in looking at this with a very, very open mind, they're doing him wrong a little bit.
No, they're not.
Okay, the supplemental draft is for people that are not or did not apply for the draft, but are not eligible to play in college anymore.
Right.
Like Josh. Okay, so people like so people like Josh Gordon. I'm pretty sure, and I don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure he got kicked out for smoking weed, right? So he wasn't eligible to play in college anymore. So he had to apply for the supplemental draft. What I was just listening to on Florio right before we came online is supposedly the application. All those things that letter came out and said, there's nothing in that application that even breaches that freaking any of those things that they brought up.
I was reading about that.
Yes.
And there is a paragraph. There is a section for a paragraph on that application to put why you are asking for this.
Oh, really? See, I hadn't
section.
See, I hadn't heard that. Florio was saying that there's literally like four check boxes of, you know what I'm saying, like yes or no questions.
Yeah.
Or maybe like multiple choice questions.
But there's a section for him to put why he's asking for this.
Right, but he
he was declared ineligible to play in the NCAA.
Right, but it doesn't ask for any documentation, any proof,
But
everything they put. And again, let me walk this back just a little bit. I'm not defending SORSBY, and I am happy that the NFL did not allow a supplemental draft because, again, my opinion is this guy shouldn't get a chance to play in the NFL. Again, we go back to the Schleister or Shyster or whatever the heck his name is. He was horrible in the NFL. Two different guys, but the NFL, there was nothing in that application saying that you had to give proof of why you should be eligible and everything that they in the denial, and we haven't even talked about that yet, so we're jumping way ahead here. But in that denial letter, there's nothing in that application that would make him think that he would have to provide all that information that they asked for.
So
the application needs to change, in my opinion. But go ahead. My bad. Sorry.
To me, this just shows what SORSBY and the NFL, and we'll read snippets of this letter. The NFL told him what was what and go screw yourself.
What? Okay, so that you might need to click that because we got battery saver on. That might not be turned on. Sorry. I didn't realize it wasn't turned on, but we're getting a battery warning.
Is it on now?
No. Here, hand it over here to me. This one over here works, definitely.
There, it's plugged in.
All right, so back to the podcast. Sorry. Technical difficulties here at the Restaurante de Frio de Casa. Is that right?
Yeah,
okay.
Pretty close. Yeah. So
thank you. And what's funny is my Spanish is better than yours most of the time too.
Yeah, but you can't say that.
Right. Well,
I do more Spanglish.
Right. Well, and you have the memorization of what it was too.
So he was declared ineligible.
Right.
And they came back hard on him.
They definitely did.
Yeah, and they needed to. Somebody finally needed to have the balls. Good job, Raj, or whoever sent that letter, to have the balls.
It wasn't Raj. Raj's name wasn't at the bottom of it, but
to tell this guy. But they called him out on all the stuff that he was not doing.
Well, no, and in this conversation,
if you want this guy in the NFL, you'd think, hey, I made a boo-boo. Here's why I'm not eligible. I want to do this. But
well, and don't get me wrong, I'm going to play devil's advocate. And I'm going to bounce on both sides of the fence during this conversation. I am.
But he definitely does not need to be in the NFL.
I don't think he does either. Again, you broke the cardinal rule of sport. You bet on your own team. I don't care if Pete Rose didn't play either. I mean, don't get me wrong, completely different situation, but Pete Rose didn't play in any of those games. He didn't play. He bet on them.
Right.
But he didn't play.
But he put literally nothing on there about it. And they called him out on that part.
No, they did. And I'm glad
and they said, according to public documentation, you're running from your
you're running from a problem. You're running from a problem.
Owning up to your mistakes.
Right.
You're not facing this head on. So kudos to them.
But again, playing devil's advocate, and again, I'm not saying that it's right or wrong, but it doesn't. From again, the information that I have, they don't ask for that thing. Well, so again, let's just think about like in life. Why would you continue, or why would you give them more information than they're asking for? Hell no. You asked me for this information, I'm going to give you the information you asked for. You didn't ask for why I think I should be eligible for this draft or why I effed up in college. No, you asked for why am I applying for this draft? Because I am eligible to play in college this year.
Because?
Well, it didn't ask for it because it just asked why.
It's a big paragraph. It makes you wonder, what did these other players put on there?
Well, again,
previous ones, what did they put on there?
Right.
But the NFL, they just don't want a part of it. I mean, think about it.
Again,
he'll be a distraction on whatever team did get him, which some team, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Some team would take a chance on him because kid is an athlete, but
he's raw though. He's raw.
He's running from it in the NFL.
No, he's totally running from it.
Nailed it on the head.
Again, like I said, I'm going to be a big flip flopper on all this because again, I think the NFL is somewhat wrong for this, but at the same time, I also agree with the NFL and what they're doing. I just don't maybe completely agree with how they're handling the situation.
Well, the NFL had attorneys on this.
Of course, because this. Well, again, this kid may sue the NFL, and that would be the worst decision he does if he sues the NFL.
Yeah, look at Colin. Kaepernick.
Or not just him. Brian Flores.
Well, he's still coaching in the league.
Not head coach.
Well, you're right. He's not, but he's still.
Okay, real quick, wait. Let's go on a little. Let's run off a bit. You think Brian Flores ever gets a head coaching job again?
Yes, because I think he's more than qualified for the right team.
I don't agree with that. I don't.
I said for the right team, and he probably learned from his first stint as a head coach. Tone it down a little bit.
Well, tone it down. You created a quarterback controversy for no apparent reason. You had Tua starting games, and then it's the third halfway through the third quarter. Oh, hey, let's put Fitzmagic in.
Well, he hadn't coached before, and you got to look. Miami is not a greatly ran organization.
No. I'm going to backpedal a lot in this conversation, especially in this. But I don't know. I think Brian Flores is kind of a dick. Is really my thoughts on it. But I do.
Not every football coach is nice.
No, you're right. But I do.
Come on, little boy.
I do appreciate him standing up to Stephen Ross though and say, even though you're going to give me $100,000 to lose a game, I'm not going to do it. Hell no.
Yeah. So
again, you're right. I mean, Miami is I wouldn't say a dumpster fire, but
they're not well managed.
They are a smelly Chinese buffet dumpster, I would say. Maybe not dumpster fire per se, but it is a smelly freaking Chinese buffet.
So back to SORSBY.
Yes. Sorry.
So his attorney says the NFL broke the CBA and the law by not allowing SORSBY and by not having the supplemental draft. They don't have to have it every year.
Okay, but let's talk about this for just a quick second.
But I want to know how he's not the CBA.
He's not a member of the collector. He's not a member of the league. So the CBA doesn't have anything to do with him or the supplemental draft.
That's what I don't understand. And
exactly.
His attorney is just
his attorney is a tool as well.
He is, but somehow he beats the NCAA a lot. As in this case.
Well, okay, tool isn't the right word. He's a slime ball. I would say he's a slime ball.
There you go. So do you think he goes after the NFL? His attorney?
Oh gosh, I sure hope. I hope not. I hope he just licks his wounds now and tries to get drafted in 2027. I hope he does that.
Okay. So do you think he files a lawsuit and goes another lawsuit with the NCAA to try to get back in there?
No.
You don't think he does that?
No. I really don't think that Connor Campbell, isn't that his name?
Cody Campbell?
Okay, sorry. I knew it was CC. I don't think Campbell will let him do that. I think he will buck up and say, "No, punk. We cut ties with you. We don't want a damn thing to do with you anymore. You are too much of a headache at this point."
So what about?
So no, I don't think he goes back to. I don't think he reopens the lawsuit against the NCAA. No, I don't.
What about CFL? You think he ends up there?
I think that would be, to be honest, that would be his best bet if he wants to play football this year. Is to play in the CFL, not the UFL. No, because
you don't think that's an option in the spring?
No, I think it is, but I think it would be better for him to play in the CFL rather than the UFL.
As a quarterback, yes.
Because again, that rolls the same time as the NFL, well, basically the same time as the NFL does. So you're still kind of on the NFL schedule, and you know what I mean?
Or do you think he just goes and trains on his own? And if he goes and trains on his own, does he actually get better?
No, because you're not taking live reps. You're not bro, me and you could look pretty good playing 7-on-7. You know what I'm saying? Against air. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I mean, we wouldn't be first round draft picks, but I mean, maybe
We
UDFAs.
could probably go into the supplemental draft.
UDFAs.
Just remember when it's that paragraph, just tell them why you're not eligible. So
I'm not eligible because I missed the that'd be what the 1998 draft. I didn't play in college, so nobody knew about me.
So and this is if.
I mean, I might be like a little right-handed Gerald Lorenzen.
If he gets into the NFL, what teams take a chance? Because somebody's gonna. The Jets, and we'll get to the Jets at the end of this. They're having a quarterback issue now. I mean, every team wants a quarterback.
More came out about that, by the way, and I'm glad you put it in there because again, that more came out on that one too.
So, you see, you think it's a handful of teams, like 5 or less, that have interest?
Well,
you think it's like half the league?
No, I think it's a handful of teams that are trying to hit the jackpot. You know what I'm saying? Low risk, high reward. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because again, supposedly, and we say this almost every year.
These are nice.
I know. We say this every year, or it comes out every year that this is supposed to be a great quarterback draft next year. The quarterback draft is going to be awesome, and then half of them shit the bed. You know what I'm saying during our college season. I think there's some teams that would take a chance on him. I do, but I think it's not any upper echelon teams. I think it would be the lower echelon teams that would take a chance on this guy.
Do you think maybe he like shaves his head and paints a mustache and goes under disguise like Eli Manning? I can't remember the guy's name.
Chad Powers.
Yeah, you think he tries to pull a Chad Powers in the NCAA?
No, I think he's more of an Uncle Rico than a Chad Powers, to be honest with you.
I think he could throw better than Uncle Rico.
I don't know. Uncle Rico had a pretty good arm. I mean,
do you not remember his mechanics?
He might not have had accuracy, but he had some power in that arm, Uncle Rico.
We could throw better than Uncle Rico.
I love Uncle Rico. Hey, we need to make an Uncle Rico card, by the way.
All right, so
just saying.
Anything left on SORSBY? Because hopefully this is the last time we have to deal with this guy, because this guy just.
No, I think we'll talk about it again next week. I think again. At the end of the day, I think this kid needs to go play just in Canada. I think throwing routes on air for a year is not going to do anything for him. At least go try to play in Canada for a year, but don't sign a long-term contract. Just literally sign a 1-year deal. At least be on a team.
Be upfront and honest with them.
Well, I mean, you don't have to be upfront and honest with them, bro. Your whole life is out there for everybody to know about now.
Do you think Canada gets the same news we get? I mean, I don't know. I don't live in Canada. I don't know. I mean, do they have Sports Center in Canada?
Well, no, but I'm sure that it's cable, so I'm sure they get ESPN.
I mean, is it like translated into English up there?
Well, there's only one province that speaks French.
Oh, they don't put the A's on the end of everything before they air it?
Well, A, like we said before, A is a question mark.
A?
Yeah, A.
A?
Yeah, A is a question mark. That's all it is. Which is funny because, you know what? I've never heard SGA or Lou Dort say A.
Probably because they were in the U.S. a little too long.
I'm just saying, I've never heard him say A. A?
A? A?
Remember that one lady that played softball in Oak Harbor that was Canadian? I don't know.
Danielle Lowry?
No. Whoa.
No.
She was a Canadian, eh? She was a great player. Probably my favorite college baseball player.
She is Canadian. That's why she was on team.
What?
Danielle Lowry? That's why she was on Team Canada.
She played for Washington, eh?
Yeah, but she's a Canadian. SGA is Canadian, and he plays for the Thunder. Played at a school.
I don't believe you.
Just because you're Canadian
I don't believe
doesn't mean you can't go to an American school. Or
I
something.
don't believe you. You're. I'm gonna say I don't believe you, but I believe you more than I'm saying that I don't believe you. Is what I'm saying. Okay.
It's not that I met her at the World Cup of softball.
Did you
as
really?
She's on Team Canada.
Did you really?
Yeah, they had a Team Italy. They had all of them there.
Oh, I'm so jelly.
Yeah,
I'm so jelly right now.
yeah, larger in person.
Oh,
All right, so we're gonna go on our Ristorante de Frio de Casa
and on that
mandated,
note,
commercial break. We shall be right back to the ones and the nuns. Don't you go anywhere.
Sponsored by the Tishomingo Ice House in downtown Tishomingo. Phone number 580-387-5004. Call-in orders are welcome. Talk with my man Scotty for all of the latest and greatest specials and new menu items he's cooking up. Again, that's the Tishomingo Ice House at 310 West Main in Tishomingo, Oklahoma. A dive bar with a sports appeal.
who was the Arizona pitcher that was good?
Jenny Finch.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's who I was thinking of in this conversation. My bad.
Yeah,
way
way off. By the way, way off.
Daniel Laurie was the one that was on the panel when we were watching.
Yeah.
Oh,
She
I can't.
went to Washington.
Yeah, I
and-
can't. Yeah.
Yeah, got to meet Jenny
I'm sorry.
Finch, too.
I was thinking Jenny Finch in this conversation.
Yeah.
My bad.
Well, I met her too.
Okay.
She used to go to Ardmore, put on a kids clinic.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have went to that.
Yeah, it was more her dad doing it than her, but
Really?
Yeah.
Is she pretty cool though, or was she pretty nice?
she was nice. I mean, she wasn't a Kevin Nash butthole. I mean, but she was nice, cordial.
Oh, you can't see. Oh, my bad. You can't see it. Yeah.
All right, to the ones and the nuns, welcome back. We were just bantering around a little bit there.
Yep.
We are on to some MLB news. Little NHL at the tail end of this one.
All right. So Ellie De La Cruz returns from the IL. Is it too late for the Reds? I think so.
I think so.
But
They're in that central, and that central, I mean, the gap is widening, as we'll get to later,
right.
but they have to go on a tear. I mean, they will have to
Yeah,
go on a tear.
they're starting to tread water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
at
they're
this point.
last in the division. The Pirates are working their way down. They're trying.
The
trying to
Pirates
get
are
in there.
only 2 games under, I think.
I think it's one. Before I did stats, I think it was one.
One? Okay.
Cincinnati,
I know they were
maybe
below.
just
I
a
saw
couple
that.
below.
I know I saw that they were below.
So, Cubs lost 2 more starters in their pitching lineup.
Did they really?
Yeah, one. Yeah, Ben Brown's hurt with something.
So-
and
So what? You have 3 AAA arms up then? I mean, no kidding, right?
I think.
Or is it even more than that now?
Shota.
He's pitching today.
I think he's the only one that's the normal starter.
Yeah,
that's
he's
a starter.
pitching in the second half of the doubleheader tonight.
They came
Actually,
out,
they started 10 minutes ago.
they came out and they said that Justin Steele probably won't be back for meaningful games this year. He's had setbacks from his second Tommy John. But here's the interesting one. So they've got another starter out. Craig Counsell, who I'm not very fond of as a manager.
No, neither am I, actually. I think he's kind of a tool.
But I agree with him on this. So Sunday, Cubs and I think it was Blue Jays rained out.
Right.
Want to say it was in Chicago.
Yep.
So they're going a road trip to
New York. Yep. And they're playing a doubleheader today.
Game for Monday or Tuesday, whatever the next game was rained out because weather was in the area. It didn't even rain at the park.
Oh, and they called it
They
on
called
Sunday,
it-
right?
No, Sunday was a different series, but the Mets.
No, but they called that game really early on Sunday. Like, it was called like,
No, that's Toronto.
no, I'm just saying.
I'm talking about the Mets game.
Right.
The
Okay.
second one that got.
Okay.
They called it no rain in the area. Council was like livid. I would be too.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, it didn't even rain. You could play ball in the rain. Don't be like OU softball. It's raining. We can't do it.
Well, no, that's what I was trying to say about Sunday. Like, that game was canceled at like noon on Sunday. Like, they didn't even give it a chance to like let it blow over, or like what happened at UFC 250 where the clouds just literally went around the White House somehow.
I don't think it was going to let up Sunday.
Oh, it was a pretty bad day on Sunday.
But
Okay.
the second one didn't even
Yeah,
rain.
no, I hear what you
Didn't
mean.
even
Yeah.
rain at the stadium. Come on.
That's why, you know what, I think, and I'm not kidding, anytime you build a stadium anymore, it should be retractable roof.
I think every sport should have retractable roof.
Well, every baseball stadium. I think football should play in the elements when it happens.
I kind of agree, but you won't get a Super Bowl unless you have a retractable roof. I think every
True.
team should have a Super Bowl. My opinion.
True.
My opinion.
I somewhat agree with that, but I do like seeing football in the elements.
Oh,
But-
I do too. The snow games are the best.
So we're going with division leaders now. The AL East, the Yankees lead Tampa Bay by 3. Tampa Bay is leaking oil big time.
Well, they're just
Well,
Young
their
and-
payroll sucks. So
not just that, but they're young, and this is just
Right.
Tampa Bay. They're just, hey, they're going to be a solid team. Just how long can they sustain it? I mean, obviously, longer than the Red Sox.
are you kidding me with this next one?
No, I'm seriously not.
Wow.
So the AL Central, the Chicago White Sox are leading the Indians by a game.
Wow. Again, wow.
Now they're both over 500. I mean, but
Playing some salty ball though, because they've been in second place all year long. So they've been playing some good ball over the last week or so.
yeah, and it probably didn't help that on our guys retreat, we had Mark Burley with us.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did.
And
Actually,
Kevin totally looks like Mark
I
Burley.
would say actually he's thinner than Mark Burley even though.
He probably is.
Good dude. Shout out to Kevin. All right, so now we have the NL East. We have the Atlanta Braves. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, my bad. Thank you for leading me that one. The Mariners lead in the AL West by 2.5 games over the A's. The A's are definitely below 500 because the Mariners are only 2 games over 500. So, and then I'll take this one again because I already started it. So the NL East, the Atlanta Braves lead the Phillies by 5.5.
Philly shortened that up.
Philly,
They shortened
again,
it up.
Phillies are playing good ball.
They're
well,
they're
you're-
hot. Not Schwarber's hot. He's coming up later.
Schwarber, 2 home runs in 1 game. In that same game, Bryce Harper hit for the cycle.
I want to say Schwarber had 3 home runs that game,
Oh, was it 3? Okay.
and he hit for the cycle. I'm pretty sure.
And then, funny enough, the next day, you don't know this guy, but Eric Sim, King of JUCO, he's a YouTuber. Bryce Harper used his crayon bat in the next game after he hit for the cycle.
Nice.
Crazy.
So the NL Central, the Brouhahas are still leading St. Louis, but now it's by 6 games.
Whoa, they're starting to
I
pull
told you
away.
it's starting to widen. The Cubs are 7.5, so the Cubs are close.
Cubs are still there, right? But again, like you said, you got some arm problems as of right
and
now.
since we're at the midway point of the season, we got some wild card standings we'll kind of follow.
Well, and I'll throw in some Mariner talk here in a minute too. So the NL West, the Dodgers lead the Padres by 9 games. They're starting to pull away. Again, I still think the Padres make the playoffs, though.
They're tied with the Cubs for the last wild card. Actually, I think the Cubs
Well-
have tiebreaker over them in the last wild card as of right now.
All right, so 5 teams in the AL are over 500. We have the Rays, the Yankees, the Indians/Guardians, dumbest name in baseball. The White Sox. We're gonna have to call them the White Sox. They are team lead, or they are division leaders right now.
I don't have to yet.
And the Mariners, 2 games over 500.
NL climbed back up to 10 teams over 500. So here's some wild card standings. So the way I did this up is your top 2 teams are going to be plus. That's how many games they're up. So Tampa Bay is in the lead for the top wild card spot, 5.5 games. The Indians, 1.5 games. Toronto is at the lock for the 3rd spot. So
Right.
now everyone else is going to be below them.
Right.
A's are back a game. Texas back a game and a half.
Oh, I didn't.
And-
Oh, Texas has been playing some good ball then recently. They sucked earlier in the season.
Yeah, they got pitching issues too. And then Baltimore, Minnesota, and Houston are all 2 games back.
Oh,
now,
so-
I only went 2 games back. I'm not going to list
Yeah, all the
the other
teams.
stuff.
So the AL West is all pretty much the same then, is what you're saying.
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah. So what then? That means Houston's only like 3 games out of first place.
Barely out.
Yeah. So okay.
Barely out.
So we're all just playing 500 baseball basically in the AL West. All right. So in the National League, the St. Louis Cardinals are up by a game and a half. Then we have the Phillies a game and a half over Chicago, which is at the cut line, tied with the Padres. Miami's a game and a half back of them. And then we have Washington a game.
Miami's a half game back.
Oh, did I say a game?
Yeah, they're a half game.
Right, half game. Okay, so then Washington's a game back, and Arizona's a game and a half back.
You know what's interesting about the NL teams? Those are all over 500. Just.
Oh, I know. Well, I know.
Throwing that out there.
Oh, I know. And all the teams a game and a half back are 3 to 4 games under 500.
All right, so we've been seeing a lot of these standings. Do you see a lot of major? Do you see a team coming back? For example, let's say, like we talked about Cincinnati. You see them going last to first in their division?
No.
Okay. And I know it's still early, but we're just
No,
at
I think
the midway point of the baseball season.
I think that they were supposed to be better, but I think the Phillies are going to be the hot team in the second half. I really do.
Yeah, Atlanta's really cooling off.
Well, but shoot, they start off so hot though.
Should we start talking trade talk yet? Or too early?
Ooh, no, because
Maybe wait till.
I mean, we can talk a little bit.
Mid-July.
We can talk a
we're not
little
going to
bit
talk
about
about
it
today because I haven't looked at anything. But we could start.
Well, I mean, I think the biggest name in the trade deadline talk is going to be
Scooble.
Yep, it's going to be Scooble.
You know,
but I think you're going to have to. No, not in a trade. He'll end up with them after free agency hits. Because Scooble will just be a hired gun for this season.
And he's supposed to be back.
He is back. He's pitching today.
Oh, he is pitching today?
He's pitching today, which I think is his first.
You're going to be able to see.
Game back.
You're going to be able to see how he's recovering from his injury and be able to beef up his draft stock for the Tigers.
I think you're going to have to give a haul, though, to get him. It's going to take a lot. I think you're going to have to give up a starter out of your rotation now, obviously, to replace him.
1 or 2 top prospects?
I was going to say at least 1 or 2 top prospects as well. It's going to take a haul to get him.
Right.
And you're not getting anything else with him. It's going to be Schwarber, and you're going to give up 4 players to get Schwarber, I think.
Right.
Or not Schwarber, excuse me. I'm looking at the screen.
Right.
Yeah, I meant Scooble. My bad.
Okay, so MLB leaders so far, batting average for both leagues. Otto Lopez still in the lead at 340.
So that's up 2% from last week, or 200 from last week.
Yep.
Then we got Kyle Schwarber with 29 dingers.
Yeah, he jumped up.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. He got hot. The Phillies got hot again. RBIs is Nick Kurtz with the A's, has 61 RBIs.
Hits, Otto Lopez with 107.
Yeah, he jumped up like 10 hits this last week. Finally, a big jump. There's a chance. Hey, halfway point, there's a chance. Maybe he gets 200. Maybe. Another big jump. Nasim Nunez is back in the stolen base race.
Which is crazy because he didn't have any in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, he was like 22 or something, and all of a sudden, boom, he's at 31 now. And I read this. I'm gonna.
So the wins is Milwaukee with Aaron Ashby has 10, and he's a reliever, huh?
I was reading this. He's not even a starter. He's not even the starter. He's got him in relief. ERA, the Brouhahas again. Jacob Mizorowski, 1.45.
Well, I didn't look up our man Shohei for the week, but
it doesn't matter because he doesn't have enough innings.
Well, it's still fun to talk about. Saves.
Hey, he should pitch more if he wants to be talked about.
Well,
pitching.
You have a 6-man rotation. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Shouldn't have signed with the Dodgers.
He'd be in a 6-man rotation whatever team he played for because he doesn't count as a pitcher.
Right.
So saves, we have Cade Smith from Cleveland with 24.
Yeah, I think he only went up 1 save.
Yeah.
K's again, Mizorowski, Brouhahas, he has 138. Kind of a slow start for him the last one. Only had 7 strikeouts this time. All right. So we got some midseason awards here. We'll just cover the main 4. AL MVP. Who do you think is gonna take AL MVP?
Can I say not Cal Raleigh?
That would count. Not Cal Raleigh would count.
AL MVP, probably. I'm gonna just throw out a name, Bobby Witt Jr. Maybe.
Okay, all right. That's kind of a tough one. I haven't really seen anyone really stand out a lot yet.
Well, the
In
the
the
guy from
AL.
the A's though, might the
Hurts?
yeah, the first baseman. Yeah,
Maybe. I mean, you can't really say Judge. He's been hurt. You know, I mean, I just don't see a position player that stood out to me
no, right.
for MVP of the American League. Now, National League,
Well,
that one's different. That one's different. But
that's
I
a
think
runaway.
I think we just talked about this
Yeah.
guy.
Shohei's winning the NL MVP. I mean, that's and AL Cy Young.
That's a tough one too.
I'm gonna say Emerson Hancock. Even though he has no chance of winning it, but I'm gonna say Emerson Hancock.
Okay. I don't really have one for AL right now either.
Yeah, because Schwerber's been hurt. Or not Schwerber, excuse me, Skubal.
Yeah. Well, there's what's his name? Schittler from the Yankees has a real good chance. He could end up with it. He just hasn't really stood out for me. So there's a chance for him. NL Cy Young. If I were voting today right now, it's Mizorowski.
It's got to be Miz. Well, it's gonna be between Miz and Shohei.
I don't. Well, it's the writers. Baseball uses writers. I think.
Yeah, it is. All these are writer awards. It's retarded.
Yeah, they'll look at. Oh yeah, he's got the lowest ERA. Well, he's pitched half the innings.
But he's dominant.
Why is he only pitching against the Rockies?
Not in Colorado.
All right. We got anything else baseball wise?
Well, the Mariners are going with they're going between a 6-man rotation and the piggybacking method. You know what a piggyback is, right?
Tampa Bay, where the reliever starts and the starter comes in.
No.
Or something like that?
No. We're doing 2 starters.
Oh, okay.
But at the same time, Luis Castillo has a 5.36 ERA. He is like the longest tenured Mariner pitcher, though, and I think that Dan Wilson doesn't have a sack to put him in the bullpen is what they really need to do. So they keep going between a 6-man rotation and this piggyback bullshit. None of the pitchers on the staff want to do a piggyback. None of them do. Because what happens is
that's dumb.
Right, what happens is the starter is pitching well, and then all of a sudden, oh no, you're coming out in the 5th inning because we're piggybacking today, and all the starters get pissed because like, hey, I'm pitching a good game.
Yeah.
Why am I getting pulled? I think, to be honest, I think what they're doing that for though is they're trying to at least get Castillo's ERA down. Because I think they're going to trade him at the deadline. I think that's what's going to happen.
They're trying to get more for him.
Yeah, they're trying to at least show that he's not a 5.5 ERA pitcher.
Right.
But we'll see. It's very frustrating. Again, the players are frustrated with it. The obviously fans are frustrated with it. It's ridiculous. But
right. All right, so that's some baseball news. We're going to hit a little bit of NHL news, some pretty cool NHL news.
Very cool NHL news.
So especially for those of us who remember the Tkachuk, am I saying it right? Tkachuk family?
Close enough.
What's it really? The cat?
I think it's Tkachuk, I think.
Tkachuk, the T silent?
T silent, yeah.
All right, so Brady Tkachuk was traded to Florida, the Panthers.
The younger brother. He's the younger
brother. I told you this on the way here. He was with Ottawa, I think it was.
Yes, Ottawa.
They got 3 first-round picks and a second-round pick for this guy. So he's now a teammate with his brother, his older brother, just by 2 years, his older brother, Matthew. So the Tkachuk brothers were traded. Same team, pretty cool, pretty sweet.
These are the ones that started the brawl at the what was it? What do they call that? The All-Star game, but it's not the All-Star game. They call it the World or whatever.
Yeah, the Hockey World. Yeah,
they were the ones that started the brawl that started that game against Canada a couple of years ago.
Well, interesting news. We know the name of the family because of their father, Keith
Right.
Tkachuk, who the very next day after they were traded, he made the NHL Hall of Fame, or the Hockey Hall. I think it's called the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Okay.
So kudos. I thought he was already in the Hall of Fame. So pretty, and it was on Father's Day weekend.
Yeah, I was just about to say, and they were all together for Father's Day weekend.
Right.
And Brady was the one who got traded, right? Got the phone call like during like the whole Father's Day party or whatever.
Right.
And I think Grandpa was there too, for the whole thing of it going down.
So that's pretty cool stuff.
Very cool. By the way, this is I want to say 47 brothers have played together in the NHL.
You're and I don't mean disrespect to these other athletes and other sports, but how many people really grow up saying, I want to play hockey? You have a lot more now
right.
than you do then, but hey.
Well, I guess after we
when they're that close in age, you put them both on the same team to say, younger one, you better catch up. They did it to my sisters in softball. Youngest sister, Amy, was like playing up divisions just to play.
Supposedly, hockey youth participation, or like youth has went up like 200% after we won the gold, by the way.
So it's just been growing.
But again, hockey is a tough one because, again, first of all, you have to learn how to skate.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're right. Or stay on your skates.
Right. Not bust your arse.
Right.
Yeah. See, I don't know how to, I've never ice skated before in my life.
Yeah.
I've roller skated.
Rollerbladed.
I never rollerbladed.
Rollerblade hockey in the street. Yeah, that was fun.
I played a little deck hockey back in the day, but
best thing I did to stop was you just hit the curb and fall into the grass, especially when a car's coming. Like, hey, it wasn't like Wayne's World where they'd be like, game on.
Game on.
All right, so the NHL 2026 draft, it starts Friday.
Okay.
And
good to know.
This was interesting. The NHL is also exploring expansion.
See, I heard you wrong. I thought you said NFL was looking at expansion. Right. Well, when you said it yesterday, I thought you said NFL, and then you said Houston. I'm like, bro, don't the Texans play in Houston? Well, it didn't make it. God bless it. They got to stop leaving freaking bubble wrap on the floor. No, again, that's what didn't make sense. Again, you said, yeah, they're expanding to Houston. I'm like, Texans play in Houston. But okay, whatever you say, man.
Right. So they're looking at expansion. They just went to 32 teams.
I don't think they should expand.
But, as I read more into it, the commission is saying they've gotten lots of calls and lots of inquiries from different people regarding owning an expansion team. So there's that many people that have that much money just to throw out there.
But at the same time, you got to look at how much is they got to water down the league, though.
I don't think they should. I think every league should just be at 32 teams to be done.
Well, it just depends. I mean, do you have enough good players in the minor league system to support putting more teams in? Because again, look at the first year the Vegas team came in. They won the Cup in their first inaugural season. Seattle made the playoffs in their inaugural season, and they went decently far. They won the first round,
right?
And I think they went 7 in the second round.
Right.
So again,
I think it'd be too much.
This quickly? Yeah, I think it's too much this quickly. I think you should wait at least 5 to 7 years before you expand again.
I mean, I think baseball's still at 30 teams.
Baseball hasn't expanded in a long time.
98.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't count the Washington.
No, that was just a relocation.
Yeah, we don't count
which is ridiculous, too. Yep. So there we go.
Next, we got the NBA coming up. To the ones of the nuns, we appreciate you being here. We're got to take another quick commercial break. This should be a good one. We're going to be recapping the NBA draft. So don't go anywhere. Or if you do, come
Come
right
back.
back. Or take the TV or your phone with you when you go to the bathroom. Take it with you. So, and like and subscribe while you're in there.
And if you already subscribed, call your mom. Make sure she's subscribed. Because, again, we're not going to give her any weird emails or anything like that. It just helps the show. And if your mom's already subscribed, call your dad. Have him subscribe. Sister, brother, go knock on your neighbor's door and ask them to subscribe as well. It just helps the show. That's all we're trying to do. We're just trying to get better.
All right. We'll be right back.
This commercial break is sponsored by PSC Sports and more. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/PSC Sports. We provide a wide variety of replica championship rings, including the brand new OKC Thunder championship rings. We also have a wide variety of OU merchandise for all you Sooners fans. Again, check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/PSC Sports. And as always, Boomer Sooner. Sponsored by the Tishomingo Ice House in downtown Tishomingo. Phone number 580-387-5004. Call-in orders are welcome. Talk with my man Scotty for all of the latest and greatest specials and new menu items he's cooking up. Again, that's the Tishomingo Ice House at 310 West Main in Tishomingo, Oklahoma. A dive bar with a sports appeal.
All right, and we are back.
Where'd we
So
go?
next up is the NBA draft was last night.
And we do have Powder, Adam Silver, whatever you're going by nowadays.
I like that you've and shout out to Jim Rome on that one, by the way. I can't take credit for calling him Powder. I stole that from Jim Rome.
But I do got to say,
But great nickname for him though, because he is a white dude.
but I tell you what, he seems a lot more personable than Raj.
Raj definitely seems fake.
You think he's like a robot, like Mr.
Yes,
Burns?
yes, definitely. Well, but at the same time, Powder looks more like Mr. Burns than Raj does, though.
Right, but he seems more personable. But they got to do
He
something
does.
with this draft thing where, you know what?
Oh, thank you.
With the whole trades and, oh, well, it's not official till July. Then you know what? Move your effing draft till after that.
Right. Why is Shams Charania telling me that, oh, this isn't really their pick. This is somebody else's pick.
But
He's
they-
not going to play for this team. He's going to this other team. Why is Shams telling me that?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I
And
love
a
me
lot of
some
it-
Shams.
And a lot of it was after the pick was made, like nobody knew.
Right.
And it's like, well, why are you putting the Thunder were involved in one of them? The Thunder, the
Oh, but I like the Thunder.
Knicks.
I like the Thunder draft pick.
yeah, we'll get to that one.
I like that kid.
So we'll run through this, and I think a simple fit or doesn't fit
Yeah, fairly quickly here. Yeah.
when we get to it.
Yeah.
Definitely when we get to it. I mean, we'll get to it eventually.
Yeah, we will.
I mean, at some point,
So the first pick was was definitely kind of a surprise to me. I thought that the Wizards were going to go with the guard out of Kansas, but they went with A.J. DeBonsa out of BYU,
which I told you they weren't gonna,
right?
with Trae Young, and it's later in the news with Trae Young supposedly resigning, because all these resign things, none of these are official yet.
Right. Well, the same thing happens in the NFL too before the draft, but supposedly not supposedly, he wears the same number as Trae Young, and Trae Young put a tweet out, "Hey, glad that you're on the team, big fella. We'll have to talk about the number coming up here real soon."
But yeah, I knew they weren't going to go with the next guy, because why have two of the? They're almost the same type of player.
Right. So number 2, the Utah Jazz took Darren Peterson out of Kansas, who looks like a very athletic
Is
guard.
this the guy you were telling me about that?
Subs himself out.
Yeah. I think they talked about that on one of the shows today.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't like that. But the Jazz just need talent, and this kid is talented. Kind of reminds me in the highlights from what I've seen. Reminds me of Ja a lot. Very athletic.
A lot of bang bang.
I didn't see any bang bangs.
Okay.
Bang bang.
Well,
I didn't
that's
see
Mick
that.
Foley.
Well, that's John Morant too. Then he
Oh.
started throwing grenades, and that didn't help.
Speaking of John Morant, the Memphis Grizzlies took Cameron Boozer out of Duke, which
Probably is the safest pick in this draft, in my opinion.
I told you I would love if the Thunder if he would have fell to the Thunder, because if he has like half
there's-
of his dad's attitude on the court,
There's no way he would have fell to the Thunder.
I'm just saying.
I
He's a great pick for the Grizzlies.
if he didn't go to Memphis, he would have went to Chicago.
And hey, his dad played there.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe
he
his
would've went
dad
to
makes
Chicago.
a comeback. Oh, call it a comeback.
He looked pretty good though, by the way. And he looked slick as shit. That suit was
sharp.
that suit was slick. Yeah.
I like the way these NBA players dressed for this draft.
Yes,
Better
very professional.
Better than the NFL ones where they had all the flamboyancy
Yes.
and I got to look better than. No, just go out there and look good.
No, they all look good. I didn't understand AJ's little brooch or whatever he had at the front of his suit though. I didn't get that.
Was it a
Or the
family-
wings on the front. I mean, I don't know.
It might have had some meaning. I don't know.
Who knows? At number 4, the Bulls took Caleb Williams out of North Carolina, a big, tall forward.
Caleb who?
Caleb Wilson.
Okay, you said Williams.
Oh, well. well, yeah, I mean, I heard Chicago. I mean, why would I say Caleb Williams?
Maybe that's why the Bulls, because his name was Caleb. It's
Maybe.
easier. It's easier for Chicago fans to be like, yeah, Caleb, I know Caleb.
Hey, you know what? They got to do some commercials together, obviously.
They probably will.
Does he paint his nails, though? That's the question.
Couldn't tell you. So what do you think about this pick?
Which one? The Bulls pick?
Yeah.
I think it's a good pick. I mean, the Bulls.
Did you hear what he said after he got drafted when they were talking to him and giving him an interview?
Refresh my memory.
He came out. Stephen A. had him on today, and Stephen A. kind of roasted him for it, saying, "Did you call Michael? You can't go to Chicago and say what you just said." So, and it's great. The kid, he told Stephen A.
Oh yeah, this kid's got a lot of moxie, if I remember. If
Yeah.
I remember right, this kid's got a lot of moxie.
He did tell Stephen A. Hey, I have high hopes and big dreams, but he basically came out and said, there is a GOAT. I'm going to be the next GOAT. I'm going to keep working to be the next GOAT.
Nothing wrong with that.
LeBron did that. I instantly didn't like LeBron. This kid hasn't even played in the NBA yet, but at least he came back with Stephen A. and said, "Hey, I'm dreaming big." You know,
Exactly.
Kids
Why
gotta dream big.
wouldn't you dream big? Exactly.
But, yeah, they might be shooting too far there.
Yeah, because the Bulls kind of suck, obviously. But
Yeah, they kind of do. You know, if Donovan didn't want to come back. The Los Angeles Clippers via Indianapolis took who I thought the Bulls were going to take, Keaton Wagler out of Illinois.
I liked this kid. I don't know a lot about him, but I liked him in the interview. He was very. Actually, I'll say this about all of them. They were all very mature.
And they seem more educated than some of the NFL players.
And also, what was crazy is they all have their families on there.
Mm-hmm.
In the first round, I only remember one kid that didn't have a dad there. And I think that's very telling of the type of kids that are getting into basketball now and are thriving in basketball now. A two-parent home type thing.
You know, hey, it can't hurt you.
No, it definitely can't hurt you. I think it definitely helps you.
But yeah, I definitely still stand by my comment. The NBA draftees presented well better than the NFL draftees,
I agree.
and they actually they talked a lot more educated. You know what I mean? It was good. All right.
So at number 6, the Brooklyn Nets took Mikael Brown Jr. out of Louisville.
So the Nets are getting roasted for this one.
Really?
Yeah, they're getting roasted. So the Nets, to me, are like the Jets in the NFL.
Kind of.
Because the next pick, Sacramento Kings took Darius Akuf out of Arkansas. Play the same position.
Right.
From what everyone's saying, Akuf, however you say it, it's more
Darius.
more game ready, bigger playmaker. They said it took the Kings, and if you remember watching it, it didn't take the Kings long. They said it took them 7 seconds to make that pick because he was still there.
They obviously saw something in him.
And well, the Nets didn't take him. But did you also know the Nets, like their last 4 first-round picks or last 4 picks in the draft, are all guards?
Yeah.
I mean, dude. So we need to come back with something with the Nets saying, hey, screwing up NBA drafts since.
Well, we have to prove it, though.
But Sacramento took a good one. I'm not saying that kid that went to the Nets is going to be horrible, but it's like, what are the Nets thinking? I mean, is it the same owner?
Jay-Z.
Does Woody Harrelson own them both?
Jay-Z.
Oh, Jay-Z owns them? Oh.
He's a part owner of the Nets.
Yeah. Is he making the decisions and hiring these idiots that are running the show?
I don't know all that, but I know he at least was a part owner of the Nets.
Yeah, Sacramento needed a playmaker. They got one, and they got a point out of it.
All right, so the Hawks via the Pelicans took Kingston Flemings out of Houston. I think it's a good pick. I
think
trust
it's a
Calvin
solid-
Sampson.
I think it's a solid, safe pick for him.
Calvin Sampson runs a good program down there at Houston. He really does.
Yeah. Number 9, the Dallas Mavericks.
Whose coach was at the draft.
Yep. And
who is Michigan's coach, by the way, too. But
they took, is it Morez?
Yeah.
Morez Johnson Jr. out of Michigan. And the coach didn't even go up there. He just
he was
right
in the
by
background.
him.
But, I mean, again, you almost knew the Dallas Mavericks were going to take a Michigan guy, though. You know what I mean?
Well, what's shocking is they didn't take the one coming up shortly.
Well,
actually, any of the other two.
Well,
they
yeah,
didn't
the
take
other two I thought were better, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I would have thought the center.
I would have thought the other guy would have went before Johnson.
But you put him with Coop and
Cooper Flagg,
yeah,
right?
Put them 2 bigs out there. Oh man, telling you.
Well, Cooper Flagg's been playing point guard though.
Oh, has he? Well, then you need a big out there.
Well, like Cooper Flagg, yeah, we'll see. Dallas is kind of a dumpster fire as of right now, but Milwaukee took Braden Burris out of Arizona. Good pick. This kid's a scoring guard. Obviously, the Bucks need. They should have taken a big, but they should have taken the other kid out of Arizona.
I thought it was going to be this one or
yes,
the very next.
This is the one I was talking about. This is the one that I thought. That the Dallas would have got.
So, but Bucks did a safe pick. And we'll talk about this. What the Bucks got to mess around with.
Oh, we didn't even talk about this yet, though.
Yeah, it's all
after the draft. Okay.
All right. Number 11, the Steph Curry Warriors took Yaxel Lindenborg out of Michigan. I think this is a great pick. I thought he was him or the next guy.
He was the best player on Michigan last year. He didn't play very well in the tournament because he was hurt. But he did thug it out and played in the championship game with an ankle sprain that he got 2 days before. Didn't play that great, but he was, from what I understand, he was the best player on Michigan all year long.
Right.
And again, that's who I thought that Dallas should have drafted was
I'm saying this guy or the one the Thunder took is.
Well, no, we don't want to take him away from the Thunder. Everybody else should have just slept on this guy.
We don't. I can't believe this guy went this far because it kind of
No, because he played well in the tournament too.
Yeah, and this guy, hey, and you know what? This may have been the last pick. It says Clippers on here. This may have been one of the last picks they got for the Paul George trade. Right. So go ahead, Thunder.
The Thunder took via again the clip Ade Mara out of Michigan, a 7'3" stretch center out of Michigan.
260 pounds.
He doesn't look 260 though. Let's be honest. He doesn't look 260.
When you're 7'3", he looks a lot bigger than Wemby.
He does,
yeah.
And he looks bigger than Chet too.
I think Wemby's bigger than Chet. We said that during the finals.
Chet should be shaking in his boots right now. Again, as much as he is my favorite Thunder player, probably. He probably will be because my favorite Thunder player is probably getting traded. but
I think Chet will be next year.
I think a great pick, though. I really do. And this guy plays great defense, great shot blocker. Again, if nothing else, this is a pick where this guy might not play at all in the regular season.
But when it comes to Wemby time,
When it comes to Wemby time, this is the Wemby stopper.
right?
Maybe not stopper, but this is a guy that can play one-on-one against Wemby and hold the zone, I would say.
Well, how about Wemby slower downer?
Right, yeah, exactly. Because I don't think you can stop Wemby again. I don't. But
get a little bit physical with him because we saw Chet couldn't do it.
I
But
think he's. I
love
think.
this pick,
I
and
think
can't
he's.
believe he fell there.
I think he's just as athletic as Wemby is, though. Maybe not as good as a
Well-
ball handler, but he can. I think he can play good. He can stay in front of Wemby and play good defense.
And
I
you know
think-
what? He's European like Wemby too.
Yeah, I don't know where he's from. I don't remember.
Spain, somewhere in
Is
Spain.
Is he a Spaniard?
He's somewhere in Spain. Somewhere in Spain. All right, unlucky 13, the Milwaukee Bucks via Miami. Nate Ament out of Tennessee, and he's one that he sat by the gold ball they had for a while. They were
Right.
wondering because I guess he's pretty good, but he went to the Bucks.
I don't know. I don't follow college basketball until March Madness. So,
Right.
so the Charlotte Hornets, though, this might be the greatest pick in the draft, though. They took Haynes Steinbach out of the University of Washington. Might be the best player in the draft.
Are you saying that just because he's from Washington?
Well, of course
or
I
went to
am.
Washington?
Of course I am.
No,
But no,
good,
he's
good pick for a stretch.
a
a
stretch
center
for right.
Yeah, for the Hornets.
Kind of skinny white guy. But yeah, of course he's the best player because he's from Washington. Hello.
So number 15, the Chicago Bulls via the Portland Trail Blazers took Dalen Swain out of Texas.
Good scorer.
Yes, that's what I've been saying about that. You know, he's a little more local, so you hear more things. You know, but they need a scorer. Hey, they got one.
So at 16, the Thunder from Memphis via Phoenix. I don't know. They somehow got this pick. Bennett Sturts out of Iowa.
Yeah,
A little white. Okay, this is another. Oh gosh, Caruso. This is another Caruso.
right. And I at first we didn't know what was going on because when we're watching the draft live, it didn't say Oklahoma City.
Right.
It's like, okay, and then they talked about it.
But again, so
great
this
defense,
is
great three-point shooter.
a 3-point shooter, white guy, point guard. Again, this is just another Caruso.
And from watching what the Thunder have done this draft, they traded Aaron Wiggins, and I'm looking at. I hope they do what I think they're going to do and run the second apron tax this year.
Yeah.
And be done after this year and say, hey, Chet, we got this guy at center now. Get some draft picks for him. You know, if Dort comes back, you know, they'll get something for Dort.
But you told me his agent's Rich Paul.
Yeah,
and that just
he's not going to take less money. But they have these two guys for depth, at least for this year. Because think about it. You had J-Dub was hurt and out. Who was helping score, especially when Caruso hurt his hand? It was SGA. Because Chet took 2 shots in that last game.
I don't. There
So
had to
it's
be.
good
There had
depth,
to have
good
been
depth.
something going on with him. Like
Mentally,
mental.
I
Yeah,
think
like
Wemby
mentally.
just got into his head. Because if you think about
I
it,
don't know how
it's-
though, because throughout their lives, Chet has had Wemby's number, or at least team-wise, he's had Wemby's number his whole career.
But they didn't play each other in college.
But they did in U18 ball and like U21
Right.
ball,
You know,
and Chet. The United States beat France in all these tournaments.
I'm thinking it came down to. I mean, you saw Wemby.
I don't know.
Wemby's
I
just a better player than Chet.
Chet just, I don't know.
I
Again, he's
think
my
he
favorite
just
Thunder guy.
Mentally, he just checked out and was like,
He's my favorite Thunder player, and part of that's because he went to Gonzaga, though.
well,
so,
if you think about it, Wemby first pick, Chet was second pick, were they not?
not in the same draft, I don't think. I think Chet was the year before.
Well, Chet was hurt for a year.
Right, but I think he was the year before Wemby.
And then you look at
Yeah, because he
defensive player of the year, Wemby ahead of Chet.
Right.
When it came down to all defensive, Wemby ahead of Chet. You know, it just probably got into Chet's head. I can't be, but I'm not. I can't be. There's no. I can't.
But he's
just
better. He's, in my opinion, he's a better player than Wemby, though. He's
think
more of a
Wemby's-
rounded player.
I think no. From what I saw in that series,
well,
Chet,
I'm not
Chet
saying-
can't. He has
Okay.
no handles to be dribbling that ball as much as he was trying.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
You
I'll
know,
give you that.
he needs to be. Hey, get it to him down low, and hey, you know what? Get a Hartenstein shot. Come on, do the fairy floater.
I love the fairy floater, by the way. I love that shit. All right, so 17 Detroit Pistons traded. Who cares? The Detroit.
Wow, wow.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
The Pistons got Abuka Akori out of Stanford, ACC Player of the Year
Okay.
at number 17. That's a steal.
And Pistons need a little bit more help in that East.
Yeah, they need some. They definitely need some scoring help for Cunningham because again, I anytime we talk NBA, I kept saying I don't think the Pistons are very good. I know their record says they're good, but they're not very good.
Right.
And what happened in the playoffs? They got bounced early. So
So number 18, the Charlotte Hornets via Orlando took Christian Anderson. He had to take a pay cut to go to the NBA because he's leaving Texas Tech. I had to throw that in there.
I know.
From what I was reading about this guy, damn good ball player.
Well, yeah, I mean, all these guys are good ball players, but it's nice to see that we haven't. Actually, there's been none. All these kids played college ball in the United States. Yes, there are some Euros in here, but there's nobody that came straight out of the European League yet. There's that Mexican dude.
Yeah, he's coming up. He's coming
But
up.
I'm just
too.
saying, so far though, all these guys have played ball here in the United States.
Right.
That hasn't happened in a long time to where you haven't had a Euro guy pop in. Toronto Raptors at number 19 took Alan Graves out of Santa Clara. Yeah, I don't know. Santa Clara,
I
he's
forgot
obviously a
Toronto had
scorer.
a team.
Don't tell Drake that.
Sorry, Drake. I forgot Toronto had a team. I thought they moved. Which it's still kind of odd to me. Toronto, Vancouver, and Vancouver didn't last very long up there, and they went to Memphis. And Toronto's, they must be making money. They must be.
They're
making
on different sides of the country, though. Like literally, they're on different sides of the country.
Toronto must have more non-hockey.
Well, Toronto is more by New York, and Vancouver obviously is more by like Seattle.
Right. It's.
I mean,
you see it right over the sound.
Right. Well, yeah, exactly. Right.
Okay, number 20, the Spurs via Atlanta, and I like this. I like this pick because this is what I said during the draft. It's like, dude, the Spurs are just countering the Thunder. The Thunder knew what they had to do, so the Spurs have now countered, and the Spurs took Jaden Quaintance out of Kentucky. Dude's like 6'10" or something, 6'9", 250 pounds.
Yep.
So
another big.
They're getting some beef around Wemby. Oh, you want to push around Wemby? Okay, push around this guy too.
Well, they have a pretty good backcourt already. You know what I mean? With De'Aaron Fox, Harper, and Castle.
Right.
If Castle could learn how to like keep the ball in his own hands.
Right.
But again, so I just say this, and now we're going to talk about the first guy that did not play basketball here in college. The Memphis Grizzlies traded from Detroit via Minnesota, took Kareem Lopez out of Mexico, who played in New Zealand. Highlights, this guy looks like a freaking stud.
Yeah.
But when was the last guy a Mexican played in the NBA?
Well, this is the first
That's what I'm saying.
Mexican-born player to be drafted in the first round.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Like
when he did, like, you know, they did their little pose, he opened up, he had the Mexican flag right
in his jacket, yeah.
So,
But again, highlights. This guy looks like he's the real deal. But again, it's highlights, so of course you're gonna look like the real deal on highlights.
Memphis is loaded up, dude.
They still have a big cancer on that team.
I think they're going to trade him now.
I think so too.
I think it's going to happen.
Oh, I think so too. I think for both parties, I think they just need to part ways. I mean, I really do.
Yeah, it's time.
It's time.
Well, and I want to say
he he needs a new start in another city, because again, you kind of burn that city down with the actions that you've done. Bang bang.
Well, and not just that, the coach that the Grizzlies have is a different style coach than Ja likes, and they.
But at the same time, Ja is a athlete.
But
like he's a great athlete,
and he needs to be a player that is contracted to a team and say, "Okay, coach, this is what you want. This is what I'm going to do."
Well, but I think you also need. I think he needs to go to a team that he needs to go to a veteran team.
Could you imagine if he was on a team coached by Popovich?
He wouldn't be in the league anymore. Popovich would have kicked him out of the league.
I mean,
I'm just saying he needs to go to a veteran team to where he doesn't have to be the leader. He doesn't have to be the number 1 or number 2 option. Like, just let him just play. You know what I'm saying? Less pressure being on a shit team like Memphis. Go put him on a like maybe even the Celtics. You know what I mean? To where you don't have to be the number 1 option, but yet anytime you do get the ball, you can be explosive and be amazing. You don't have to be the one that carries the water every night, because I don't think you can carry the water every night.
No. At number 22, the Philadelphia 76ers via Houston. They took Larabon Fillon Jr. out of Alabama. And before any of you the ones of the nuns go to comment or say anything, he is not the one who got busted.
Yeah, he is not the weed seller. No.
This guy actually pretty good. From the one bald that on the show.
Oh yeah, see, I have no idea who that guy is.
Okay, whoever he was pretty adamant on this guy.
Yeah, I have no idea who he is.
Couldn't believe he fell this far.
All right, so next at 23, the Atlanta Hawks via Cleveland took Zuby Ejiofor.
Ejiofor
out of St. John's.
Hey, if he's coming out of St. John's, he's got to be.
I was going to say Johnny's usually pretty good, so.
All right, number 24, the Los Angeles Lakers via the Knicks. Knicks did some trading around in this, and they got 5 second-round picks. Not just this year. They took Cameron Carr out of Baylor.
Yeah, they just flip-flop picks on this one, yeah. I remember that.
And they got a second-round pick.
Yep. The New York Knicks here via L.A., so they, again, like I just said, they flip-flop picks. But they took a Spaniard out of Valencia, Sergio De Lara.
Oh, no, I got to do this name. Sergio De Lara. Come on now. We got to do it right. Hey, the more spots he has, do I have to throw him up here? Come on. Why wouldn't you want to go Sergio De Lara? Just think what Stuart Scott could do with this name.
Oh,
if Stuart was around. And I'm not making fun of the guy, but come on, dude.
We love Stuart Scott.
That is a great sounding name.
Friend of the podcast.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I ain't gonna say anything negative.
All right, so San Antonio Spurs via Denver took Terrace Reed Jr. out of Connecticut.
Another big, another counter.
You can't go wrong with picking a Connecticut guy anymore. You know what I mean? Like Hurley does a great job of molding players. Yeah.
At 27, the Boston Celtics took Chris Senak Jr. out of Houston.
Again, like I said before, I trust any kid coming out of Houston. Coach Sampson does a good job of taking quality guys, or you know what I'm saying, having a quality team.
Right.
The Brooklyn Nets traded from Minnesota via Detroit. Again,
I know
the freaking NBA just trades picks so much you don't know where it's coming from. But again, Joshua Jefferson out of Iowa State. Who knows? He's probably going to be crap because he went to the Brooklyn Nets. So,
ouch! But you're not wrong.
I'm not wrong. Exactly.
The Brooklyn Nets screwing up the NBA draft since
we'll figure it out. We'll have to figure it out.
The last good Nets pick I can remember. I don't know if he was first round or not.
Yeah, I did.
He was in a video game. Best 3-point shooter in that game.
Oh,
Drazen Petrovic, dude. That's the last great.
Oh, too bad he got in a car accident and killed himself and died.
But that's the last.
That's the one guy that Michael Jordan said that like he hated playing against. He hated playing against Drazen Petrovic.
Yeah, everyone said Petrovic was
Well,
Yeah.
he was Eurostep before Eurostep was a thing, bro. He was a well, and I'm sure he was dirty as all get out too.
I don't know what, like dirty, like unshowered, or
No,
like,
as in like
man,
dirty.
man,
I know that's what I'm saying.
my jersey, man.
That's what I'm saying though. Like okay, gritty. Is that better?
I got you. A hustler. But
Of course, all white guys are hustlers. Come on now. that's the only way we can play.
okay, at 29, Sacramento Kings traded from Cleveland via who's SAS?
I would assume Sacramento or
San
no,
Antonio. San Antonio.
Right. My bad.
They could just put SA. ASA. Alex
Oh,
Caravan out of Connecticut.
He's good. He is good.
So did Connecticut
he-
have as many as Michigan this?
No. Connecticut or that Caravan was kind of like the Christian Leitner. Remember, he was like the 5th-year senior that like hit all the shots in the games for Connecticut this year. No, he is he's like a Leitner. This might be the steal of the draft, though. In my opinion, this might be the steal of the draft. So the Phoenix Suns from Dallas via OKC took Koa Pete out of Arizona. This kid, as I was telling you last night, his brother plays linebacker for the Steelers. He's a 6'8", probably 260-pound, just bull in a china closet, small forward. Again, might be the steal of the draft.
So my favorite pick of the draft is, I can't believe he fell to the Thunder at 12, was Maya Mara.
Right. No.
That I'm like, wow.
Again, no. Koa Pete, though, you watch it. You watch Koa Pete. I think he's going to be an all-star within a couple of years.
That's your big pick.
Well, he's the 30th pick in the draft.
No, I'm saying, but that is that your steal of the draft? Because mine was the Thunders. I mean,
well, yeah, Mara fall into what was it, 12 or whatever? Were the
12?
Yeah, I mean that could be. I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
all right.
If I was Hartenstein or Chet, my ass would be a little chapped right now.
I don't think Hartenstein's going anywhere. I think he knows his role. He understands his
does.
role.
He does know his role. I'm a banger. I just got to rebound, play some defense, and shoot my little queer shot every once in a while.
It's going to come down to him wanting to stay with the Thunder. They have a very
because
solid team.
Well,
and I mean, like, team.
I will say Hartenstein is overpaid.
Oh yeah.
He's well
for
overpaid.
what they got out of him for 2. Yeah, they got a title. They did get a ring.
Right,
but it's like $30 million a year.
What? Yeah, for what? 8 points and 7 rebounds.
Maybe.
Maybe. I might be low on the rebounds, but I'm not low on the points.
So moving on to other NBA news, Trae Young is, and again, these are what's been agreed to, and we've seen it before, where they've agreed to something, but when it actually comes down to the NBA free agent,
because you're right, they can't actually sign contracts until July 1st, correct? Isn't that it?
I thought it was the 6th.
Okay, you might be right with that. Yeah.
I think
I know it's in July sometime.
There's a week NBA moratorium or whatever.
Right.
So he's agreed to stay with the Bullets on a 4-year deal.
Max deal? I would assume.
I don't know. That I couldn't tell you.
Because Trae Young hasn't been out. He plays like he's not a load management kind of guy. Yeah. And he hasn't been hurt.
Yeah, I would say the max that he could get, just kind of like Austin Reeves, his deal was only $185 million for 4 years to stay with the Lakers.
He is the highest paid ever undrafted player.
Really? Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves was undrafted, and he is the first one to ever get a max deal from being an undrafted player.
Yeah, but see, this is what I don't get. 4 years, $185 million.
Well, and we were watching.
How much is that really?
And we were watching. It's 41. Well, the breakdown of it is it's going to be 41, 44, 47, 51.
Oh wow. Okay, so that is a lot more than I thought. I was just looking at, seeing players with the 200 millions and the 300.
No. I'm just saying because they showed it on SportsCenter today. Again, it was 41, 44, 47, 51.
Right.
And there's points in there. You know what I'm saying? But who gives a shit? You know what I mean?
Right. Wow, that is a lot more than I thought. And that also puts the Lakers close to their cap,
It's got to be
especially if
LeBron.
Ayton,
Oh, really?
he's got a player option.
God.
If he opts in,
Well,
that
Austin
takes
Reeves-
$8 million
Austin
off of
Reeves'
it.
player option was like $14 million.
Well, they had to sign
But,
him to
yeah.
a long-term deal.
Well, in watching those highlights of his today, like I don't know how he gets to the rim. Like he would do this around the back there, or like like a
How do
around
players
his
not
back or
catch
whatever?
onto it?
Well, how do they not steal it from him? It's
What?
like he can hardly even dribble.
Well,
I don't
that's
know.
what I mean. How do the other players not stop it?
I just don't think he's that good. I don't think he's worth a max deal.
No, neither do I.
But the Lakers also couldn't afford to get rid of him either.
I mean,
though.
think about this: 40-something million in the NBA is your number 2 scorer.
He's
And
not, he's not even that good.
Here's my thing. So just think, let's just throw this out there. We'll do 2 scenarios: Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Gary Payton, Sean Kemp. Okay.
Whoa,
To
this
me-
is going to be an interesting conversation already
So
because I got a lot to say about it.
So-
Where you're going with this, I already
no,
have a lot to say on
I'm
this.
talking contract wise.
All right,
So
I already have a lot to say on
max
this.
contract, Jordan would get more than Pippen, right?
Yeah, but they underpaid Pippen for so long.
I know they did. I'm talking
so long.
I'm talking today's deal, but Pippen
They
Pippen's career numbers are better than these guys. They're getting this much, and it's like,
Scottie Pippen got effed his whole career with Chicago. They kept trying to say, "Hey, be a team player, be a team player, be a team player."
And
Michael only made what, like maybe $3 or $4 million a year. Like, don't get me wrong, like it's a lot of money, but back in the day, he only made like $3 or $4 million a year.
no, towards the end, his last 3 years were $30 million contracts.
What?
1 year, he did 1 year contracts at a time.
Okay, but they were trying to give Scotty like $1 million a year.
Well, he signed.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
Jerry Krause was smart, but this is
Oh,
also
he
why
wasn't.
he's hated.
exactly.
He got Pippen. I don't know who Pippen's agent was. I don't remember that
I don't
whole
either.
deal.
I don't
And he
either.
signed like an 8-year deal when he was young, like mid-20s. Signed that 8-year deal or something, and
Okay, but
they
you want
wouldn't renegotiate because that was Krause.
you want to talk about Gary Payton and Sean Kemp? Gary
So-
Payton got paid first. Sean
Right.
Kemp asked for more money because he deserved more money. Then they went out and signed, I think it was Jim McIlvaine for like way too much money just because he was a 7'2"
Joe McElwain.
Jim McIlvaine.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
They signed him to big money, and Sean didn't get paid. He came out and played still, but again, that was the whole debacle of that Sonics fucking team. Is
Right, but what I'm saying is, you take that one. They have their money. To me, if I'm looking at Peyton and Kemp,
you had to pay Gary. You had to pay
Gary
Gary.
was one.
You had to pay Gary.
He was your player.
Well, yeah. Well,
You know,
and he
and
played,
Kemp was
and he,
two.
and he played defense. Sean, he'd block some shots, but
But
Sean just wanted to
So
go.
Sean
Sean wanted to
Kemp-
run the floor and take lobs.
He wanted to. Yes, that's what he wanted to do. But those two guys from that era didn't get paid what some of these twos are getting paid, and they put better numbers up
Oh,
than-
exactly.
than these guys. And it just,
Well, but I
especially
mean,
with Pippen, it blows my mind. Like, dude,
well, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I get why Scotty had his off season and decided to get surgery at the beginning of the
oh,
season.
yeah, how else are you going to get even with Krause?
Exactly. And
I mean,
Krause
yeah,
was
Michael
just
didn't like
Sure.
it, but hey, it is what it is.
well, Michael was a dick to everybody on that team too. So you
Hey,
know what?
he-
Anybody
he-
that could
he
give him the
pushed-
finger.
He pushed him, made him better. That's what Jordan did.
Well, he did, but at the same time, I do like the fact that Steve Kerr did try to step up to him, though.
Got a black eye out of it.
Hey,
But you know what?
somebody had to step up
But
to his
he
jerk
did
ass.
he did say something. All right, so now for the big news. Giannis, the Greek freak, has been traded to Miami. And we knew this was going to happen.
Well, we didn't know till Miami, but
Well, it was down to Miami and Boston. We knew he was going to be traded.
But okay, go ahead and go through the names.
Look at what my Milwaukee got. I mean, to me, this is just going to put Milwaukee back to like the 70s, 80s, and 90s. The Bucks, they still got a team. So anyway,
Tyler Hero was a stud.
So they got Tyler Hero, Kalel Ware,
Yeah, I don't know any of these.
Jamie
guys.
Jaquez Jr., Kasparis Jakununis. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 guys.
Right.
4 guys. 3 first-round picks. 1 pick swap. Oh, one of those first-round picks was last night. 1 pick swap and a second-round pick for Giannis.
I just I don't like the fact now though that you have Giannis.
Oh, it's Giannis and Bobby Portis. Miami did get Bobby Portis.
Bobby Portis is good. Bobby
So-
Portis is a good player.
But 4 players.
But my
all those
thing
picks.
is you now have Bam and you have Giannis. Like this league isn't built to have 2 dominant players that are post players. Because I don't think Giannis, in my opinion, is still a post player.
I think so too.
And so is Bam. So what are you gonna do? Just you're not gonna shoot any threes? I mean, in this brand of NBA,
One of them will be
There's
the
a-
point
there-
guard. I mean, if Cooper Flag can be the point guard, one of these 2 will end up being the point guard, dude. You think I'm kidding, but you just said in this brand of NBA,
you can't have.
Kevin Durant's a point guard.
I don't understand why they didn't trade Bam and kept Tyler Hero though, because at least Tyler Hero is at least a wing that can slash and shoot threes.
I'll tell you why. Money. Milwaukee is a smaller market than Oklahoma City. So
Okay, you might be right.
Bam's going to come up for more money, and they'd have to pay him quicker. With all these draft picks,
I just don't think Bam's very good. But
I
don't know.
hey, today's day and age, he's going to put up 18 points a game.
But you know what
And
though?
that's great. That's going to get you $40 million a year.
But at the same time,
I wonder if we can go put out 10 points a game in the NBA. Do you think we could get $20 million a year?
we couldn't play defense in the NBA.
I didn't say defense. I said put up 10 points.
Oh, bro. Okay, how many shots do I get?
It
How
doesn't
many
matter.
shots do I get?
If we could put up 10 points in today's NBA, that's got to be $20 million a year.
Well, if I can get 10 shots, I could probably put up 10 points. Because all this, I can shoot threes pretty decent.
You know, hey, free throws. Hey, I'll go in there and I'll be a whack-a-mole.
I'll ask Jed. I mean, but at the same time, I trust Pat Riley. I mean,
and realistically, you got Giannis
trust
for
Pat
4.
Riley.
You got Giannis for 4 years. The Heat are trying to make a run now,
they have to be.
and they're in the East. They're in the East. Who in the East really? Because to me, the Knicks aren't the best team in the East. They're not going to be the best team in the East next year.
Again,
But they were the best team in the playoffs.
everybody has to remember that Tyrese Halliburton is coming back next year,
Hey,
and the Pacers are going to be good next year.
I just said the Knicks aren't going to be the best. They're not the best team in the East. They
Hey, I'll
just
tell you
were the
what.
best team
I'll tell you
in
what.
the playoffs.
If the Thunder would have beat San Antonio, the Knicks would not have won a title. I'll say that right now, and I believe that.
I would agree with you too. Which is
San Antonio just wasn't ready.
it's kind of dude. The best series was the Western Conference.
It
Finals.
was, and most of the time it really is though. Usually one of the conference finals is the actual best,
and you know,
best series.
if it would have been OKC and Denver or Denver and San Antonio in the Western Conference Finals, that would have been the best series of the playoffs. You know, there's 3 teams right there that just
Wait a minute. We didn't hear a Nuggets pick, did we?
no, they traded it. Obviously, you didn't hear an Orlando pick either.
You're right. We didn't hear an Orlando pick.
Houston.
Well, we heard 2 guys who picked out of Houston.
Well, you're right. You're right. Okay, so
That's why I hate the NBA. That's why I really hate the NBA draft, though. There's too many trades. Like,
was that silver? Was that silver? Dang.
powder.
They need to they need to do something, because when you're trying to watch it and then after it's picked, they come out, okay. Back in the day, they would have that the Sonics trade with Pippen. The Lakers trade with Kobe.
Yeah,
They were drafted to that team later that night after the draft.
Or no, they would say it during the second pick. Like the Sonics pick Pippen, the Bulls picked, what is it, Olden Polonies, right?
I don't remember.
I want to say it was Olden Polonies.
I don't remember.
But when Olden, okay, who cares? We'll say Olden Polonies,
but they would say it later.
Right. When the second guy was picked, okay, so
but that's when the
rights for Scottie Pippen are being given to the Bulls. The rights to Olden Polonies are getting traded to the
but
Sonics.
That's when the trade happened. Those trades that we watched, these things were announced, some of them before the Bucks trade, the Bucks and Heat.
Like I said, why is Sham, and again, I love me some Shams Charania, but why is Shams telling me about it? Why can't Powder tell me when he goes up to the podium what's really going on?
He should. I mean, they got to figure something out.
They do. That was, again, very frustrating, at least for me last night.
All right, so our NFL coverage is coming up next to the ones and the nuns. And again, we appreciate you all. We don't see any comments today again.
I know.
That's kind of odd. I really wish we could see some NBA comments. But we're going to take a quick commercial break as mandated
by the Restaurante de Frio de Casa.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it right.
Our dungeon keepers.
The dungeon.
Sponsored by the Tishomingo Ice House in downtown Tishomingo. Phone number 580-387-5004. Call-in orders are welcome. Talk with my man Scotty for all of the latest and greatest specials and new menu items he's cooking up. Again, that's the Tishomingo Ice House at 310 West Main in Tishomingo, Oklahoma. A dive bar with a sports appeal.
But we can do that.
All right. To the ones of the nuns. Welcome back to the Maxarelli and Poppa E Fun House. And
what's up, kids?
The dungeon at the Ristorante de Frio de Casa.
Hey, let's give a shout out to Scotty, who's still here.
Little shout out to Scotty.
Shout out to Scotty.
Yeah, Scotty's still hanging out. He's gonna come over for a minute. He doesn't have Diamond with him. Nothing. We're trying to kill time. We noticed you were still here.
We just wanted to say hello.
Oh, you're gonna have a spaghetti special at the Ristorante de Frio de Casa next week.
Sir, we're gonna have my famous Big Mac salad to go with it.
Very good. That is very good, by the way.
If you haven't tried that, you need to try that.
And garlic bread. I think it'll be $12.99 a plate, maybe a couple bucks more for the salad.
We don't need
that salad. But that salad,
Big Mac salad.
That salad is definitely worth
the Big Mac salad with the spaghetti, not two separate deals. All right, it's worth it, peoples. It's worth it. Definitely worth it. Scotty can cook.
Scotty can definitely cook. And by the way, that Big Mac salad is to die for. It is really good.
All right. So
and real quick, let me throw out another shameless plug.
Oh, here we go.
The smash burgers from the Sooners here in Tishomingo and in Sulphur, they might be a little bit big, but darn it, are they not good? They are very, very good.
Kenny, he made a large
smash burger, but it was delicious.
That's being worked on.
Delicious though.
All right,
delicious.
So some NFL news real quick. We got Jacksonville has agreed to terms with their tight end Brenton Strange, a 3-year deal up to $48 million.
Wow, that's overpaid.
I think so too. Along with this next one,
the Atlanta Falcons tight end Kyle Pitts Sr. Oh gosh, he had a kid. I think it's Kyle Pitts Jr. By the way.
No, it's senior. I thought it was junior, and I looked it up. It said senior.
Oh wow, so he had a kid. And okay, we'll talk about that on the way home about where I'm going with that. But 3-year, $54 million deal. Probably overpaid, but he's kind of been hit and miss throughout his career.
Hey,
so.
As long as Kyle Pitts' kid doesn't turn out like Kellen Winslow Jr.
Well, I know that's kind of where I'm going with this. And again, we'll talk about it on the way home.
Tennessee defensive tackle Jeffrey Simmons, who was topic of trade discussions last year,
Well, but
signed-
he has been a staple on the Tennessee Titans and pretty much their only good player for the last.
he
couple
finally got
years.
paid.
He deserves it too.
3 years, $105.8 million deal. $100 million is guaranteed. Kudos.
Why don't they just guarantee the whole thing? It's $5.8 million. Come on now.
I don't know.
I know, but hey, good for him though. Seriously,
I
good
don't
for
know.
him. Bills legend Jim Kelly recently had a stroke. Says he feels good. Goodness
I like
gracious.
old Jim Kelly. He's had the jaw cancer.
I know. God, I didn't even see this.
Watching all those quarterbacks in the late '80s and the '90s. And Jim
Gosh.
Kelly was one of them. I wish he would have got a Super Bowl.
Me too.
I
I didn't
would.
realize he had a stroke though. I didn't even see that.
What? No, it just popped up. I thought, I'm not trying to blow it off, but don't feel bad. It just showed up today, or just got announced today. So Brandon Ayuk,
I saw this.
yeah, his name is now Ayuk. That is his name, not Ayuk. He is Brandon Ayuk. Shouts "Go Commanders" in his latest Instagram video. His latest
Instagram video.
Dude is a POS and just needs to move on.
Yeah, but
The Niners need to let him go.
Well, okay, if he really wants to be off the Niners, he needs to just shut his effing mouth.
No, he should have showed up.
No,
to
he
voluntary
just needs to
camp.
shut up.
If he'd have showed up to camp,
No,
they'd have said
that
bye.
too. That too. But right now, you're being such of a tool that the 49ers are just going to keep slow playing this whole thing. Just shut your mouth. Obviously, you want to go to the Commanders. We all know that. You want to go hang out with your boy freaking Debo.
I think, if that happens, I don't think Debo will be there. I don't think they. Anyway, carry on with the rant.
All right, so the Jets and quarterback Geno Smith, or the Jets quarterback Geno Smith, is being investigated for a battery incident with some woman claiming to be his ex-girlfriend. So I heard more about this today
Okay,
on Marcus Wiley.
elaborate, because I'm reading that story and she's got the video and the phone call and saying that he's beating her and blah
Right.
blah blah.
Okay. But
So
again,
what more came out of this?
well, this is more. Again, this is from Marcus Wiley's take on this. more.
Marcellus Wiley.
Sorry.
I like Marcellus.
I do too.
I like that.
I listen to him every day. But his point is when you keep crying wolf like this, it's I don't know. I think this is a big nothing burger. I think this is more of her crying wolf more than anything else.
You think she's trying to get money because he's
Yes.
in New York?
Yes, I really do. Because even in that video that she put out, Gina was like, I didn't do anything. You're being a crazy. Okay, so I might like to jack off and watch a little bit of porn and play some Call of Duty.
Right.
I mean, guys like to do those kind of things. Yes. Yes.
Hey, we brought up porn twice now on this show.
Did we? Did we?
Remember earlier with the whole DraftKings and everything?
I don't remember bringing up porn with DraftKings, but I think
remember the over under on the finish time?
yeah, okay, you're right.
You don't remember
Yes,
that at all?
Yes, I do now.
Oh,
yes,
come
yes,
on.
yes, I totally do now. Yes, but remember, not a live event, so can't bet on that. No, I think this is a big nothing burger. I think this woman is just trying to get. I think this is a scorned woman. I think is what this is. Yes, maybe Gino was not the best with his special needs child, but I think this is just a scorned woman that got mad at him for watching porn.
Right.
She caught him watching porn, and she got mad. I literally think that's what this is. Is she caught him watching porn and is blowing this way out of proportion. I think this is a big nothing burger. Even though I think Geno Smith is a douche, I do. But I don't think this is everything that it's coming out to be. I really don't. Because you know what? You notice this, though, also? Okay, so this was a domestic dispute, right?
Supposedly.
Again, according to our sources,
Allegedly.
allegedly, this was a domestic dispute. Did Gino go to jail?
Nope.
Did she go to jail?
Actually, the police kind of closed it and said, okay, we'll look into it more.
Again,
So-
that's what I'm saying.
But he's
This
making
is-
news, and
this
then
is
we'll
just-
see what comes of this.
This is just a big nothing burger. Because again, if it was a domestic dispute, again, according to my interpretation of the law, somebody goes to jail on a domestic dispute. One of the two separation has to happen.
I guess it depends where you live.
Right. I guess I don't know the laws in New York.
All right, so moving on. The sauce is 24, not 25.
I don't know how this happens.
So
Like, I don't know how this happened.
to the ones of the nuns, Sauce Gardner. I don't know how this happened either. He's on there for the Colts, and he's on there for the NFL that he's 24, but somehow
No,
Dude.
he's 25, and supposedly he's 24.
right.
Like, okay, my thing is he's been in the league for 3 years now, right?
Yeah.
How did this not come out during the NFL draft? Like literally, how did this not come out at the NFL
well,
draft?
wait a minute. I know how. He played on the Jets. The Jets probably fumbled up some kind of paperwork stuff. You're right, because he probably was the right age, and the Jets screwed it up because they've been screwing up the draft since.
1976.
There
I think
you
it was.
go. I blame it on the Jets.
Hey, good on the Colts though. Good on the Colts.
All right, and again, to the ones of the nuns, we're going to start having our NFL division preview starting on 7/15 of 2026.
So that is 3 weeks from now.
Yeah, we got to start trying to figure something out on this.
Yeah, we will.
Something.
We just have to do a little more research. But
Right.
yeah, we're good.
Okay, so we're going to shift gears a little bit, and we're going to go into
The weekend pay-per-views.
the WWE and AEW.
All right, so we have Saturday. Yeah, the WWE is going to be in
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi, yes, for the Night of Champions,
It's on at noon Central Time.
noon Central.
Noon Central.
So I will miss most of this.
Oh, it's on the
I know,
It's on the ESPN app.
I know.
You can just watch it later.
and we'll have a new TV by then, so we won't have to worry about it cutting us out.
Yeah. All right. So the card for this one: Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker in a steel cage. I'm interested to see this one.
Good starting match. Good way to open up the
It's-
pay-per-view.
It's better than this next one.
So next we have Trick Williams versus Ricky Saints for the U.S. title. Whoever that is, I have no idea who Ricky Saints is, but we don't watch.
It was Ricky Sparks in AEW. I like.
We
Ricky.
don't watch
Rick-
SmackDown.
I like Ricky.
We don't watch SmackDown, but Trick Williams, by the way, we heard today, or at least I figured out today, is
Well,
married
they
to.
did just get married,
Yes.
but they've been together.
What was it? Not Jade. Who was it again? Sorry.
Lash Legend.
Yes.
Lash Legend.
I lost a lot of respect for Trick Williams today.
Okay, the next match, Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill for the women's U.S. title.
Hopefully, Jade
Um,
Cargill's wig does not get ripped off again.
Well, she better hope so because they're in Saudi and they got to be like wrist. They got to be
Right.
covered.
They got to be covered, which I think is.
think they can have their hands and their face out for the women's U.S. title. Here we go. These are both
So
your
this is
girls. Both your girls in
Both
this
my
match.
girls. So we have Io Sky versus Liv Morgan for the Queen of the Ring crown. So let's go back though. Let's give our predictions. So first match, I think Seth Rollins wins.
I think so too.
Second match, I think Trick
I
wins
don't
that
care.
one. Well, I don't either, but
But
I
he
say
probably
Trick.
will.
Yeah.
He probably will, but I don't care.
This one, I think Io Sky wins this one.
You know, I don't. I think Liv Morgan wins this one, and it's going to help with the breakup of the really. It's really lame now.
Yeah, it
the
is
Judgment
lame.
Day. You know, they kind of put that little
Yes.
piece out there about
Well, and they keep trying. They keep.
what's her
they
name? What's
keep-
her name?
Right, I can't think of her name.
Roxana Perez.
No, not Roxanne Perez. The other one. I think they keep
No, it's-
disrespecting her. The
No.
little one.
It's the little one. It's Perez. You're thinking of
Raquel
Rodriguez.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah, you're thinking of She-Man.
Yes.
What?
Total
What's wrong with
She-Man.
She-Man?
She's She-Man.
But I think EO is going to put over Liv for this, and it'll help break it. Or does Perez help EO Sky win?
That would be cool.
That would be cool too. All right, then we got
Oba.
Oba versus Jimmy. Let me hear a yeet because that's all I could do. Uso for the King of the Ring crown.
I think this match lasts less than 5 minutes. Let me say that. Let me throw that out there first of all. And I think Jay wins this. Unfortunately, I think Jay wins this.
I think Jay wins this on
with
interference.
Interference by the Bloodline.
Well, Bloodline?
Or maybe LA
Or
Knight.
Brock Lesnar.
Maybe. Or maybe even LA Knight too. But no, I think Jimmy wins, but not clean.
You mean Jay?
Or Jay, sorry. Jay wins, not clean.
Yeah. That's how I think it's gonna go too. I'm thinking maybe Brock shows up because you got to remember the Saudis are paying these.
Right. No, you're right.
These
You're right.
wrestlers that go over
You're
there
right. You're
are
right.
getting paid more for
Big
a
time.
one-off than they are for a year at a lot of times.
Right.
And they're gonna sit there.
And they
You
want
know
Brock. They want Brock.
They want the legends. The only reason Shawn Michaels came back.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, didn't they
was
have
that-
like a
that
legend?
horrible tag team match?
Yes.
They got
Him and
paid.
Triple H.
I
and-
mean,
yeah.
they got paid.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Miss Stacy?
Good.
It's go and you made it decently in time this week.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, and then in the main event, we have Cody Rhodes versus Gunther.
Gunther.
Yeah. And I don't know why they threw Sammy in this one, but and Sami Zayn for the undisputed WWE Championship. I think Cody retains.
I think Sami Zayn wins. My upset.
Wow.
You didn't see that coming, but bam, there it is.
Has he?
I think no, he has not.
He has never been.
He
He's
has
never
not.
been the champion.
He is not. But Sammy, before he turned heel because of Trick Williams, they were trying to turn him the other way.
Right.
Sammy's so over, he doesn't need it. But now he's like, not. I think Sammy takes this one.
Well, I'm a big Cody fan, so I always feel like Cody's gonna win. But
Yeah. Hey, did you see that drumstick commercial they got with Cody
no.
with all the fans and he's like goes to take a bite.
Oh
goes to
wait,
take a
I
bite,
think I did see
and
that
then
one.
he finally
Yes.
takes it at the very end.
Yeah, I did see that one.
Okay.
It's been in the super kick commercial he has for
the juice. That's
yeah.
not even juice.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
horrible.
it's not even juice. Come on.
All right, so then on Sunday we have AEW Forbidden Door from Santa Fe, California?
Yeah, somewhere in California.
Yeah, somewhere in California, Sunday at 6 p.m. Central.
Which I believe that's the dark time. I'm
Right.
I'm hoping this match.
So
in
this is only just the main card. They're gonna have dark matches too before
right.
this.
And it's really kind of disappointing to me on Forbidden Door because there's not a lot of
there's not a lot of crossovers.
This
Well,
time
I don't know.
This time they didn't do it.
I don't know AEW as well, but first of all, we have a steel cage match. We have Team MJF, which is MJF and
5 other guys.
no, it's what's his name? The Don Cardiff or Don
Callis family.
Don
Well,
Callis
it's a
family is on
12-man
MJF's team.
It's a 12-man cage match, so it's 6 and 6.
Okay, but then I don't. All the other guys in the other team, I have no idea. It was the Correlation
Yeah.
and Mark Briscoe. Yeah,
Mark Briscoe's good, and you weren't
But
really into
this is-
this. He had his brother
No.
who died last year, or the year before.
is he
He was. They're
Jerry
not,
Briscoe?
No, they're not related to him.
Okay.
I thought they were for a while, but these guys were the Briscoe brothers. These guys could have, and the great tag team, but I think they could have went down as the greatest tag team.
This is just
of all
is
time.
a Tony Khan match.
It is.
And
I don't really care on this one.
I really
I
don't.
don't care on this match.
Darby's in this one too, by the way. Darby's on Team Mark Briscoe.
He's got to be. I don't
He
care
is.
on this match.
And then we have the men's Owen Hart tournament final, which is Will Ospreay versus Swerve Strickland. Let me go
Ospreay.
back. I think MJF wins.
Yeah, I really don't care. I think Osprey wins this match.
I think so because they're prepping for that European pay-per-view is coming up, and it's going to be Ospreay and MJF, I assume.
Probably. Then you have the women's Owen Hart tourney final, which has Mercedes Moné versus Maya World.
Yeah, I have no idea who either of these people are.
I'm going to say Mercedes Moné wins.
Yeah, I have no idea. I think I know of Mercedes Moné, but I don't know who Maya World is. I don't. Next, we have Kenny Omega versus Jack Sabre Jr.
Zach.
That's what I said, Zach.
Oh, I thought you said Jack. It sure sounded like Jack.
No, I said Kenny Omega versus Jack Sabre Jr.
Oh, versus?
Versus.
Well, yeah, it's versus. You got to have that.
I have no idea who Jack Sabre Jr. is. Hopefully, he is a crossover because again, this is Forbidden Door. So
yeah, Omega may put him over because it's not a belt or anything like that.
Right.
So that may happen. Then you got now you have a crossover IWGP Global Heavyweight Title. Shota Umino, who is the champion.
I kind of like him. I kind of like that Shota guy
versus
my man,
the Bastard Pack.
I love Bastard Pack, but I think Shota wins this one.
You know, I could see Pac winning this.
I don't see him going international though.
I could see it.
I hope the Bastard Pac wins. But next we have the AEW Tag Team Title match. Cage and Cope versus the Dogs. I see Cage and Cope winning this one.
I hope they win it because I can't stand the
I
Dogs.
don't like the Dogs either.
Lame. All right, the AEW Women's Tag Title match. Divine Dominion versus Thunder Rosa and Olympia.
See, I thought Olympia was is she a
mountain? No, it's a mountain range, isn't it?
It is.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
It'd be Olympics. Olympia is the capital of Washington, though. But is she a Japanese or
I don't know. Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa's pretty good in a match. I haven't seen her wrestle in a long while.
Neither have I. The name sounds familiar. I don't know. I'm going to say Divine Dominion. Yeah.
They have. I know. I can't think of their names, but I'm going with Divine Dominion.
Oh, by the way, real quick before we keep going on, did you know Will Ospreay and old girl? I don't know her name. She's from the Fighting whatever the heck.
The Fighting Chickens or the Fighting Birds or something?
The Dirty Birds or whatever.
Right.
They got married, by the way.
Oh.
They finally did get married, so they're not boyfriend and girlfriend. They are actually married now.
All right. Well,
they tried to bring that out, I guess, on the show.
Kudos and sorry to them.
And they got no pop at all when they announced it at the show.
Fans really don't care.
Exactly.
Fans really don't care.
Who is it? Meltzer was like, well, they didn't even pop when they said they got married.
Well, no,
because nobody gives a shit. It's not a wrestling thing.
Exactly.
Meltzer bugs the shit out of me sometimes. He really does.
Oh, and by the way, I thought his name was Metzler this whole time. It's really Meltzer.
Meltzer, right?
Yeah.
All right,
bad, dude.
All right. So next we have a trios tag team. Again, here's another Tony. It's not a trios match. This is a Tony Khan match.
No, this
is a Tony Khan match.
It's a trios tag match, apparently.
Again,
but it just said trios match.
Right. Hence a Tony Khan match. Why do you? Because this isn't really going to be a tag team match because they don't ever tag when they tag team. Never mind. I'm sorry. Let me get off my tangent real quick. The Young Bucks versus the Sky Team and Unbound Company. I have no idea who these other two tag teams are. I only know the Bucks.
Yeah, I'm going to say I hope the Bucks win.
Well, the Bucks are going to win. But again, this is a Tony Khan match.
Yeah. So there you go. You've got some sports news and some stuff coming up this weekend from Poppa E and Maxarelli.
Thanks.
You're getting sports news our way.
And again, don't forget to like.
Look at it as the fans.
Right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you are subscribed, call your mom, have her subscribe. If your mom's subscribed, tell your dad to subscribe. If they're already subscribed, go knock on your neighbor's door. Bring them maybe a fruit cake, maybe a rice cake, and ask them to subscribe as well. It doesn't sign yet for an email. I think
if you bring a rice cake to someone, ask them to subscribe or something, you're going to get it thrown at you. So
that's why I said a rice cake.
But all right, yeah, like and subscribe. Sayonara.
Appreciate you.
From the dungeon at the Ristorante de Frio de Casa.
Until next week, kids. Appreciate you.
Peace out to the ones and the nuns.
PSC Sport Talk #1.
Thank you all for tuning in. I hope this week your team gets a win. Always stay away from sin. Maybe next week you'll see Blake and Gwen. Big thanks from Maxarelli and Poppa is the NIL free agency. Drink too much, you have to pee. College transfers should pay a fee. So if you plant your flag like Baker, Love, Kerrywood, and King Felix, our champs like the Hawks and Bears, bear down like Kelborough, tune in next week for another show. You know it will be good to go to the ones of the nuns. Please subscribe if you're new.